Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-October 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising, just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the remainder of October. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column. We're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But Aries, let's go ahead and get started in column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we have the card dependability. This is pretty literal meaning. I think somebody was depending on you for something. Aries, I think that something came up and you weren't able to follow through with a plan. That's the message that I'm getting. So I don't know that I would call that dependability, but again, I feel like there was something scheduled, something planned that we then weren't able to follow through or execute on because, again, something came up. Maybe you were sick, maybe you weren't feeling well, but something did prevent you from doing this thing that was already scheduled. So let's take a look and see what other messages we have here. First up, we have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords can be a card of kind of low feelings. This can be like surgery or illness. Again, I feel like you weren't feeling well, so perhaps you weren't able to go because of that. Or maybe you did have like a surgery or some sort of illness that pops up. But it seems like that was what caused the plan to come to a halt. I do feel like it was like something you were like working towards though, or really hoping towards with our 8 of Pentacles here. This is putting in the hard work. Again, there's like a sense of enjoyment here, so it is something you wanted to do. It just didn't pan out the way we expected it to because this, whatever this 3 of Swords is, popped up. At the bottom here we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation, a card of abundance. I do feel like there will be another opportunity though. I see you creating another opportunity, although I feel like you're kind of like questioning if there will be here, Aries, but it does seem like there will be another opportunity for you. Let's take a look at our clarifiers. First up, we have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is a card. Has a ton of different meanings. It's like theft, betrayal, dishonesty. Again, I feel like you betrayed this person or this situation, but you didn't really have any control of this thing that popped up. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, like you had a cold and that's what prevented you from doing it. It's not like betrayal or malicious by any means. Something else just came up. The next card that we have is the 9 of Swords. I feel like this is like you worrying about it. There's some anxiety, some grief, some worry, some sadness. Again, we're disappointed that we couldn't get to do it. You're worried maybe what they're thinking, anxious what they're thinking. At the bottom though, here we have the 9 of Wands. This is a card of having boundaries. I think this was good. Again, something came up and you set the boundary saying, hey, I can't do this anymore. It is a card of persistence though, so I would pursue this opportunity once again if it's something you still want to do. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of October. We have the card Moderation. You've probably heard me say this before, Aries. Moderation is the key to success. So be thinking in terms of moderation as you go into October. Eating in moderation, sleeping in moderation, drinking in moderation, going out with friends in moderation, spending money in moderation. It kind of ties into balance and having that moderation, that kind of perfect balance. It's so funny. Both of those cards are saying the same thing already. So taking a look at our cards for this column, first up we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of overdoing things. So it is the opposite of moderation. The Devil card can be greed, envy, materialism, obsession. Again, it's overdoing something. So make sure we think more about modesty and prevent ourselves from kind of overdoing. The next card we have is the 2 of Pentacles. You see this person trying to strike the perfect balance, trying to weigh all things. This could be multitasking, so also be careful about overcommitting to things too. This is like busy and you don't want to make yourself even more busy, so have moderation with your schedule and your availability as well. But again, this is trying to strike the balance, this is trying to find moderation this month. At the bottom here, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of a wise investment. But again, I feel like we need to go in, but not all in, if that makes sense. This is solid, practical, wise. Like, if you have $20,000 in savings, should you invest all $20,000 in one place? Probably not. So this is a good investment. I encourage you to go after it. But again, it's like moderation. It's not all in. Don't go greedy and potentially lose everything. But balance, 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 moderation is the message here. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card of gaining clarity. It's gaining information. So I feel like you'll get more details as you go along, but it's like, make sure you don't, again, go all in, go all out before you see the full picture. So keep that in mind. This is also making a decision. So you're going to have to actively make the decision to stick with your budget, make plans that are reasonable, make sure you go to bed at the right time. So those type of moderations. It'll be kind of an active effort there as well. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. This is happiness, content, total love, support. So this, I really like to see this. I feel like you can do all these things but still be content. You don't need to overdo it to get that kind of joy, to get that kind of serotonin. There is happiness and contentment and joy and success that comes in moderation too. So again, it doesn't have to be all in to be successful. You don't have to be all in to be happy. You can really strike a nice balance here. At the bottom we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very honest. This is a big communication card. So communication can be especially important, especially if we are looking at this investment. Make sure we're communicating, make sure we have all the information. Remember, Judgment card says there's more information coming in. So ask questions and approach it very practical, approach it very modest, approach it very carefully. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So quick money message here for you. Spend your money with gratitude rather than resenting the reason for spending. Practice gratitude for having the funds to spend. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. So job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. So first up, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card. This is kind of low feelings. I feel like there's something bothering you. This is like loss. This is regret. We're kind of grieving something that happened. I'm not sure if we made a decision and now we're not happy with the decision. Maybe a boss just left and we're kind of grieving it. But again, there is some low feelings. There's something that seems to be bothering us here. But it does seem like things are going to shift and get much more positive. So you're going from a really low place with the Five of Cups to kind of the polar opposite here with the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of like material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So really all things positive. It's hard to get a better card in the deck than the Sun card. So I think if you're regretting this decision, that will clear, or perhaps this new boss that's coming on board is even better fit for you. So I know there is something again that's bothering us, but it's like what's coming is even better than what we had before or what we're upset about. At the bottom here we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results. And in this case, we need to wait this out a little bit. We need to give this a little bit of time to heal. Whatever this is that we're feeling upset about, what we're feeling down about, we need to give it time to heal. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a great money card. It's about putting in the hard work and then reaping the benefits of our hard work. It's also a card of enjoyment. So again, I know you're feeling like you're in a low spot now, but that's going to shift. We're going to start enjoying what we're doing. And again, the hard work matters. We're going to be reaping the benefits of the hard work. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very bold card. It's a very powerful card. I kind of see you taking your position of power back. I see you coming back out on top. Again, whatever this is that has you down, the grass is greener on the other side. So again, you're coming out in a position of power. You're coming out on top. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Again, we need to wait this out. You just have to rest. You just have to give it time. You have to give it time to repair, to renew, for you to see kind of the green grass on the other side. But it definitely is there. So I actually really like how this plays out for you here, Aries. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, or excuse me, it's what's connected to love. So a quick love message for you. It says romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So some love movement here for you, Aries. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First up, we have the Magician. Anything is possible with the Magician here, Aries. There's everything. There's a cup, there's pentacle, there's a sword, there's a wand, there's an infinity sign. This is about focusing on the things that you want, and then it's turning those visions into reality. This is also about taking inspired action. So get clear on what you want and take action to obtain those things. So clear thoughts, inspired action then leads to those visions turning into reality. This ties in so nicely what we were just talking about. The Hermit card is a card of going in for clarity, going within for clarity. I always tell people this is what feels good at your core. This is what feels good at your heart, Aries. So know what you want in your heart so the Magician can make it happen for you. The Queen of Cups here at the bottom. This is a card of nurturing, healing, support. You see the cup on this card. It really isn't a cup at all. It's more of a trophy, and it's you are that trophy, Aries. So we need to be thinking about like polishing ourselves, taking care of ourselves, that self-love, and everything else seems to kind of fall into place. So take care of you, love you, be clear on what you want from love, and all the pieces are going to fall into place for you. Look at that. We have all major arcana clarifiers. So when that happens, it's like big clear messages. So taking a look through our clarifiers, first up we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card, cause and effect. So again, this is figuring out what we want, then taking action on what we want so we can get the result that we want. The Justice card is also favorable for you. This is really good too if you have like a legal matter, contract thing of the court. That indicates favorable outcome. But again, be clear on what you want so it can have that kind of cause and effect. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot was once described to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change. It's about being on a journey. You're definitely on this journey of getting clear. You know now what feels good in your heart. You know now what you want. So now you're on this journey of achieving or accomplishing or obtaining what you want here, Aries. At the bottom we have the Temperance. Love the Temperance card. This is a card of balance and harmony. It's also a card of moderation, conveniently. That's definitely a message there. But I love this kind of peace, this kind of harmony. Again, all the pieces are coming together here for you. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Perspective coming through now. So perspective has a very literal meaning here, Aries. With perspective, it's quite literally you're gaining a new perspective, gaining a new understanding of something that's happening. So let's take a look at our cards here. First up, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, waiting, delayed success. You see this person planted their pentacles, now they're waiting for them to grow. It's interesting, you've been waiting for this perspective. You've been waiting to gain this knowledge. You've been waiting to see something differently, which is interesting. Interesting message to be had there. The next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. This is a patience card, which I think is the biggest meaning here. You have the Seven of Pentacles, very much so a patience card. Page of Pentacles, which is a patience card. This is like new job, raise, promotion. So perhaps what you've been waiting for is something related to finances, like a new job or investment or some sort of money news. But again, it's like we needed this other perspective. It's interesting. I'm hearing maybe some of you are waiting for an additional interview, potentially even. At the bottom here, though, we have the Queen of Wands. We need to be confident. We need to be self-assured. It's kind of hard to do that, I know, sometimes when we're in this period of waiting, but especially if it's like interview, we need to be very, very confident, very self-assured, very capable, be very proud of our expertise. But it's like, again, there's something that we're waiting for, this perspective, this information, this next interview. So don't lose hope. Don't lose confidence as we go into this waiting. Let me see. Sorry, I just tried to knock all these cards off the table. Let's take a look at our clarifiers, though. So first up for clarifiers, we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of material happiness, joyous outcome, success. So definitely worth the wait. Things are going to be working out in your favor. We just need to wait it out and not lose confidence. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is like multitasking, but I'm like hearing like you need to kind of give your energy to something else, focus on something else. Don't let this be the only thing on your mind. Yeah, we just kind of have to take the tasks as they're coming, and I mean, don't lose sight of this. Again, don't lose hope on it, but I would keep doing other things in the interim so we're not just waiting. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, so repeat card there. There is definitely something we're waiting for. Again, it's coming through as perspective, but it could be like information. I think some of you are waiting for an interview, but waiting is kind of the message there, but I definitely wouldn't lose hope. It seems like it is going to work out there for you. Now at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1, we have the King of Diamonds. This is number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 8 of Clubs. This is number 13 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the 3 of Diamonds. This is number 48 card, so that's going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. Your crystal this month is rock crystal or clear quartz. This is clarity, purity, energy. Really helps you do things in your own way. Gives you great aim in life. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, in your own time, in your own way, you will heal. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your October.